over the last 2 years. One of the things that we have worked on is our immediate sterilization rate. And going, attending the meetings from Joint Commission Resources and our HEN, hearing what's going on in the other facilities and bringing it back to our organization, knowing I had that support. The staff trusted me and they believed me. We were at a pretty high percentage rate, and we were able to bring that down to under 5%, and currently we're at 3%. We want to be 0, and we'll get there. But I think it was just not having the education and the leadership in place, and I hope that that's there now. And I believe with the support of the HEN and the information I'm getting, my staff, we're going to keep going in the right direction.
A couple of the goals that we had for the surgical department, what we looked at, one of them that we looked at was immediate use steam sterilization, which is flash, the flash sterilization. That was one area that we looked into. That's where the aha moment came in with our staff. Our staff down in our surgery department, they range in a variety of ages. We've had staff here that have been here for years and are very knowledgeable and very seasoned employees. We also have young staff that came in that are very knowledgeable and have kind of a different take on things too. But what we learned by doing all of that, looking into it, was that out of them, the best practice falls into place there. They know what best practice is, but they didn't realize that we shouldn't be using that immediate use steam sterilization just at a whim. And we came across that with the aha moment, with staff becoming aware of certain things. I had to kind of step back and take a look at my part in it and the education that I give out to the staff and trying to provide them with the knowledge that they need. And so I started assessing other areas of the hospital, not just with the surgical site infections, but across the board on what I do with the rest of the staff here. So it was kind of an aha moment for me too.
I think the most improvement in adverse events has been basically taking away the opportunity for an adverse event. So it shouldn't exist. Some things, it seems like common sense, but in reality, there's a lot of inner workings and hidden mechanisms that go into always providing the same level of care for every patient every time.
In this scenario, we had been working with one of our anticoagulation clinics, and there was a near miss per se that had occurred with one of our elderly patients. And luckily, her daughter, who had a great patient advocacy role in her mother's life, came forward to us and said, "Hey, I think you guys could have done this better." And at the end of the day, she was such an important part of improving that care, because she helped our next patient, because we jumped on the chance to improve those patient education packets in the folders, and she worked with us to say, yes, that looks good, or no, I'd change it to this. And it really was an enlightening and exciting, invigorating project that we worked on, where we both felt, both the patient and her family and us as the caregivers, like we had done a lot for the next patient by working together. After participating in a few of the affinity group calls, teleconferences, we started to pick up on different ideas of how other facilities have really engaged their patients and helped them to improve care. So we had focused quite a bit on improving patient satisfaction in our outpatient areas, for example, in radiology. And out of one of the affinity groups, we got the idea of really building that relationship with the radiology tech and the patient. And what we did here was actually implement where the radiology tech would have a piece of paper when they're engaging with the patient and ask them to rate their care and their service to them after their experience. That created the moment for active conversation about how am I doing right at the moment. It was really a beautiful scenario, and it actually helped improve our patient satisfaction scores quite a bit. And the engagement of the radiology tech, it became personal at that moment. So it wasn't just a task where they were doing their job. They were actually building a relationship with the patient. It was a really nice outcome. I'd say fulfilling. When you come into a director role and you're not real sure
of the challenges you're going to face, and then you do face them. But then to be successful and to see the positive changes that have occurred, not just professionally, even personally. I've seen personality changes since I've been here. That's really fulfilling. And just, knowing then our patients are going to benefit from that, whether people come or go or whatever, overall, they're going to have a really great experience here. And just these little one day at a time changes that we're making, all the little steps they add up to a really great experience.
I would say eye-opening, definitely. And falling under that category would be the knowledge and the able to share and the wealth of information that we got out of it. And then I think we proved that we're a community of caregivers, within our facility and with the results that we got out of this and what we accomplished through teamwork.
The ability to sustain and improve upon it is the difficult task, I believe. Doing your best and then trying to improve that and maintain that is a difficult role, I think. And it's going to take leadership continuing to support it. It's going to take people caring about the mission, for our mission to provide perfect care. With recognition and other people's interest in it, it helps us to remember where we came from, how we got there, and to continue to put our efforts into that.
In healthcare, we tend to make things so complex, and by taking a step back and looking at simplifying it and creating those multiple layers of checks and balances so that you can ensure that you've provided that patient with the care that they've deserved on multiple layers, that's true essence of teamwork in the healthcare setting.